Hello and welcome back to Wasteland 3. There are a couple of things I want to go over because they've been brought up in the comments, so I feel like it's a good time. We're going to head over here and I'm just going to show you toaster repaired. There isn't another toaster in here. Definitely done, I think. Yep. And then the other one is that the points for intelligence. That's it. So if I head in here, intelligence. Gain 1 point skill point every 2 levels of intelligence. So you do get it every 2 levels, in theory. So there you go. That's my two things that we needed to get addressed from the comments. Yeah, and now we're gonna go and do some story. I think. Let me just double check what we're doing. Mission log. So we should be off to do unwelcome guests. Yes, in Broadmoor Heights. That's the only one we currently have open, apart from Full House, which we don't really need to worry about because I'm sure that the other quests will lead us towards it. We have talked to absolutely everybody here, so I mean, if we haven't got the quest, it's not on us, in my view. So, let's head to Broadmoor Heights. There's likely to be more quests there, and we'll see what's going on. What level are we anyway? I should double check that, because we might be coming up on the main quest level. Because I'm assuming that the idea is that you level up to the main quest level, then you go do the main quest. Unless the other story quests like this one guide you towards the main quest at the right point. I don't know. It's kind of very open-ended, this game. It's kind of like, just do something. Yeah, here's some objectives, but you can't do them yet. Do something else while you wait. We are level... That's our armor. We are level 8. Okay, so if we check here... First one of these is level 9. Okay, so we're likely going to have to go to Denver soon, which is going to unlock a new area, which will be cool. We still haven't done things like it said we had vehicle combat. We haven't done any of that. There's a load of other stuff that we've still got, like on the docket to do. Right.
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate.
My uncle, Gideon Reyes, wants to speak to the Rangers.
Oh, of course, Miss Wesson. Open it up, fellas.
I didn't realize the person who'd asked to speak to us was her uncle. The gate opens before you. Is that the same one that's here? Let me double check. Yeah, okay, cool. I didn't realize it was her uncle, but I guess if they're all part of these 100 families... Ooh, what's this?
No one's allowed in there.
Oh, what's in there?
Which word didn't you understand? Please, step away.
Alright then. But like, am I able to see their vision? Like, can I see what their vision is? I guess not. How did you do that? I guess it was only when they were hostile you could see their vision, when we can't see it. I'm gonna quick save. If I crouch, does my vision go down? I can kind of see in here. I'm tempted to just break in anyway. I quick saved. Let's go.
No one's allowed in there.
Okay.
Good day.
So it's just not even gonna let me in there. That's okay. Cool, let's go. Yeah, I'll go to Broadmoor Heights. Let's see what's going on. The 100 families united under the Patriarch's leadership 50 years ago and have been his staunchest supporters ever since. So this is definitely the 100 families area. This is also where the Patriarch lives, so we might go and see him and see what he's thinking. It's a very odd statue. Is that a real life statue? Because occasionally, because these are in real world places, you get like statues that actually existed, but this one's just looking... You got 2 sort of naked people and 1 child, I guess, holding a flag. It's very odd. Right. There's the Marshal Deputy. Let's have a look at our map. Okay. There's a greenhouse over there. Interesting. Oh, can we... Nobody's starving in this part of town, assuming they like cabbage, beets, and parsnips. Hello. You're just a resident. Did you say anything?
We all feel safer with you Rangers around.
Well, that's good. I mean, we did kill a bunch of your young, but that's alright. I say you're young like there's just some kind of weird species.
We all feel safer with you Rangers around.
Okay, what's this building? This is the Church of the Final Deluge. Ooh. Alright, I'm going in here, because there's a red power thing here. Requires power. Okay, so if I follow that, that leads... Well, it looks like it leads here, but that doesn't seem right.
I wish they'd get a younger
There's a chicken in
preacher to
there.
come and give sermons.
You just want eye candy.
Guilty.
Okay, so we got Priest of the Final Deluge, who probably isn't important because he's just called Priest. Miriam Knox might be important. Oh, what's this do? That must be our power. Okay, open the door. Get the chicken. Sleekly muscular, more raptor than foul, the cybernetically enhanced chicken cuts an unusually menacing figure. It paces and prowls, clearly displeased at your presence. Cold lair. Goodbye. Okay, so we still need 4 for that one. So we should level up our animal whispering at some point. Hey Miriam, what's up? The middle-aged woman murmurs quietly to herself, her hands clasped in prayer. When she notices you standing nearby, she looks up and you see tears streaming down her cheeks.
Oh, thank God. You're the Westerners, aren't you? The Rangers?
That's us. Need our help, ma'am?
My husband, my Hardy, was in Aspen when Vic Buchanan raided the town. Vic took him hostage, but there's been no word for weeks. I know it's frightful wicked to hope for the safety of one soul over many, but I beg you, find him. Save him if you can.
No need to beg, Mrs. Knox. We have business of our own with Vic Buchanan. If your husband's alive, we'll find him.
The older woman flinches, raises her head again, and strikes a smile.
I didn't see you there, Lucia. You're a good girl. Always have been. I'm dreadful sorry for your loss.
Lucia nods at the words, but quickly looks away.
We have money, Rangers. Even though we don't live fancy like some families do, if you bring my Hardy home safe, we'll donate all we can to your cause.
We found this old journal in our headquarters. It mentions the Knox family. Any interest in it?
Let me see who... Allie Blue? Aunt Allie? My goodness, of course! I'd love to read this. Blue is my maiden name. Back in the old days, the Blues and the Knoxes hated each other. Old Aunt Allie almost shot me when I told her I was gonna marry Hardy. Always wanted to know what things were like when she was young. Oh, thank you, Rangers. Let me give you something for this.
Oh, cool. We found a cybernetic chicken in a church closet. Ever seen it before?
You mean he's real? I've seen him poking around the church at night, but I wasn't sure if my mind was playing tricks on me. Didn't dare get too close. I left him some food, just in case. Corn and scrap metal. He seemed like such a good, strong chicken.
Alright then. You're from one of the 100 families?
Yes, but we're homebodies, and neither of us is very political. We own bison ranches out east, supply Colorado Springs with half its meat.
Can you describe your husband for us?
He's a little on the portly side, always well-dressed, but he likes playing cowboy out on the ranch. Kindest man in the 100 families. That's why I married him.
Alright, we'll do what we can, Miss Knox.
I know you will.
Or Mrs. Knox.
Thank you, Rangers.
Cool. Gideon Reyes. Oh, that's who we need to speak to.
Well,
that seems easy. Holy symbol. Guaranteed 100% waterproof and bloodstain resistant. Colorado Springs Weatherproofing Co.
Will be no
Hello.
different. Is your soul prepared for the deluge to come?
Not really, which is why we're going to leave and come back later once we've spoken to everybody else. Right, so there's where Gideon is, so that's good that we found him. Let's have a look around.
Can't believe I'm stuck with this assignment.
Hello.
Please step back, Rangers. I'm not supposed to let anyone near this servitor drone. It's malfunctioning something fierce, and we think it belonged to the Wessons.
Lucia, you're a Wesson. Doesn't that make the drone your property?
That's right. I recognize that drone. It ran little errands for my father and alphabetized his books.
Are you going to stop Miss Wesson from accessing her property?
No, I mean, no, ma'am. Please, don't mind me. Go ahead and do whatever you need to do.
As far as you can tell, the drone is stuck in some sort of loop. Its chassis is banged up, so the damage may have led to an internal failure. or fault. If the robot's operating system crashed, it might initiate a reboot sequence. It might be possible to rewire the servitor bot without shutting it off. This would allow you to force a system restart, in theory. Hotwire and do a full system restart. You smell burning plastic. After a moment, some internal fans kick in, and the scent fades.
Hey, look at him go.
Locate hidden treasure, you say? Ooh, there's hidden treasure. Oh no, there's another bot. He's coming for him. Only we'll protect you. Yeah, you're not allowed over here. I like our clone, nobody even mentions it.
So they killed the Wessons, the Schulers, the Jacksons, Sophia Gutierrez too, and her kids. The Patriarchs of Colorado were dead. He was either lying.
So that's a few other families were picked out. I wonder if they had something in common. I'm still interested where the servitor's going. Is this going to Lucia's house? Going to X. Oh, does it mark the spot? No, stay away, other servitor. Yeah. Ooh, why did the camera change like that? That's weird. I guess because you're meant to go in that door. I do like where occasionally it'll just make the camera point to somewhere for you and be like, that's where you need to go. There we go. And we got frag grenades. We got a road sign cleaver. Okay, so we got things we already had, basically. That's fine. Well, I don't know. It's stuff we wouldn't have otherwise. You got anything else you're doing?
That was Dad. Always thinking ahead.
Nice. So where's this? This is the Wesson estate. Oh, so this is Lucia's house.
It feels so empty now. Even when Pa and Ma were traveling, they were here. Their spirits filled the place.
Definitely looks
Now,
like it's been ransacked.
They do not. Only person who knew the combination to that safe was my mom. If you think you can guess it, I don't mind.
RPG. Ooh. And we also got Percival Wesson recording. Contains a recording from Percival Wesson during the Dorsey attack.
My dearest Lucia, I pray this message finds its way to you, as it is the last I am ever likely to give. Whatever becomes of us, you mustn't blame yourself. I know you would have wanted to be here at the end, but I am glad you are not.
Open the door, Wesson! Time to face justice!
Your mother and I love you very much, and we are so proud of you become. You are destined for great things, Miss Lucia Wesson. I regret that I shall not live to...
Oh, God!
That's horrifying. I also noticed that she leveled up. Attributes. Another intelligence gives her another skill. Yes, we'll take that intelligence point now. Cool. So that is another level. Cool. Skill points. So, you're mainly mechanics. We have to choose Animal Whisperer between Odin and Jodie. Which one is more likely to get it? Well, she's currently doing it. She only really has 3 skills. I think we'll leave her on it. So Jodie could go another in mechanics, I suppose, to increase damage against robots and all that sort of stuff. First aid's alright, sniper's alright. This is a perk, but we don't really need it. Could go weird science and just push that up. You know what, let's push weird science up, because we don't have that yet. Cool. Confirm. Right. Yes. That is exactly what I wanted to do.
Damn Dorseys weren't content to rip everything up. They had to toss the furniture around too. Animals. Couldn't even leave my memories of this place alone.
Let's peer beyond the rubble. It's dark, but you can make out smashed scraps of wood and splintered doors. It doesn't look like the attackers left much of anything behind.
No point looking back there. It's smashed up even worse, and the Dorseys took everything worth stealing.
Alright, let's step away. That kind of implies there might be more back there if we were to put some more effort into it. This house had a lot of furniture. Most of it is now blocking this hallway.
Mama used to love sitting in here. She'd be ashamed at the mess it's in now.
Okay, well, you've got a weapons crate, which is good. Coach gun. Not really useful, but that's okay. And here, just a bunch of weapons, or a bunch of things. And there's another weapons crate. She has a marksman rifle. Ooh, do we already have that? Let's have a look. Marksman rifle compared to our marksman rifle. Wait, this one's better though. Why is this one better? I mean, we lose crit chance, but it's damage. Oh wait, no, it's lower end of damage went up. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a reason for that. Yeah, I think it's because our pen has gone up or something. Yeah, I think that's because of something we equipped to this one. What about you? Are you better with the marksman rifle? It is better than old rusty. Yep. So let's equip that one there. Doesn't look as good, but it is better. And then we don't really have anything else that needs to be equipped. Cool. This one has a bunch of traps in it. Tripwire first. We can get rid of it with Omen.
Wow.
Nice.
Daddy really didn't want any Dorseys to muck around with his cooking supplies.
Please disable it. Nice. Level up. Okay. Just gonna leave Omen here. We can disarm this one, which is good. Nice. We can disarm this one and get into a container, I think. Nice. This one is fine. The booze is okay. Snake squeezins. Get this thing. Dog, please don't step on the other trap. Alright, toaster repair we can't do with her, obviously, but we can do. Little close. That's all okay. Right. Guide you out. Now let's take you in here. Toaster repair we can do already. We don't even need to use the toaster repair trinket. Sweet, gold insulated power cord, which you can sell for 1,000. That's amazing. Yeah, and then some robots. We'll leave the explosive, I guess, in case we need XP at some point. And then we'll level up Omen. So, Omen. I know what we need to get you. I'm going to go into here before we do anything and just take a single point in Animal Whisperer. There we go. Back to attributes. Speed, I think, is where we're going here, just to increase her combat movement so that she can get where she needs to go. And then... could go for, like, survival or something. I don't know. We already have Lucia, who's on level 4, though. Yeah, armor modding we could go for. Melee combat. And increasing it to level 3 doesn't get us an awful... oh, it gets a stunning blow. Oh, yeah, cool, we'll get that. I mean, we don't have the perk yet, but... that'll be cool. Right, so now we can go back and get both cyborg chickens, which should be good. Still don't know really what's up with them, but that's fine. Oh, also everybody's selected. There we go. Right, so we know if we have to go back to Gideon anyway, so I'm going to do that later. Let's head along to the weird statue.
Not exactly subtle, is it?
Oh, one of them's missing their legs. I guess there's meant to be someone else there? As the leaders of the 100 families look on, Isaiah Buchanan passes the flag of the United States of America to his son, the future Patriarch of Colorado, Saul Buchanan, calling upon him to protect and glorify it until the end of his days. Oh, okay. Got a dog there. Patriarch bust. Statue has been weathered by time and the elements, but you can still see the resemblance. Ooh, there's something over here, like a pile of scrap, basically. Ooh, robots and rangers for real.
You descend the narrow stairs and find the door to the bunker slightly ajar.
I listen at the door.
Make a perception roll.
It's awful dark out here. Maybe we should go inside.
This was your idea. You said it would be cool to play a game in the park.
I got a 15! Do I hear anything?
You hear a faint scraping sound inside. Like the sound of a skeletal foot dragging across stone. It's coming closer.
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind.
Ah! A pale dog! There's a pale dog watching us!
What? Where? I don't see...
It's coming after us! Run!
Oh, wow. I got serious quickly. An ancient love letter. What is it with games and tooltips nowadays? Just stay up when you move the mouse over. Alright. I guess we'll read it again later. Or maybe that's it. My dearest, I have left a puzzle for you as a test of our bonds. This is the first of 3 special locations within this park. Today is Sunday. I'm counting the days until we're together again. Okay. Well, I guess we've got 3 more of those to find somewhere in here. All of these people don't matter. They're all just random people. That's the servitor.
Did you hear what happened in Aspen?
Let's get this.
People taking
yeah. Well, I mean, pee on the snowballs, obviously. Everyone looks at us a little bit weirdly, and then we gather them. Nice. Cool. A bench. Inscription on the bench reads, "For Camilla, the cleverest girl I met on a Monday." Noting the reference to the day of the week like the ancient love letter, you search the area. Wedged under the bench, you find a small ornate key. It looks like it's been here for a long time. Okay, there's a key. Grave. LB. It isn't ringing a bell. Tree. A plaque on this tree says, planted on the day of the Patriarch's birth, Tuesday, April the 18th, 2028. This looks like the 3rd location mentioned in the love letter, assuming the letter's hiding place was the 1st location and the park bench was the 2nd. Examining the tree carefully, you find a box that someone concealed in the trunk. The wood has grown around it, but a tiny keyhole is visible through the crack in the wood. I'll use the key. The box is bigger than it looks. You pull out a tightly rolled bearskin. Unrolling it, you discover what appears to be an ancient and undelivered marriage proposal along with quite a lot of money.
I mean, I guess that's romantic. The money kind of wrecks it, though.
I reckon it's a good thing this proposal was never delivered.
Ah, young love. Glad I grew out of it.
Mm-hmm. Right, so that's everything in the park, I'd assume. So we're head up this way? Guessing to the Buchanan's place?
Like this. Someday.
There are a lot of people here. Elite troopers. Elite guard. It's a truck. I mean, we're cool, right? Diligent Joe. Hello.
Yes? Oh, hello. You must be the Rangers. I'm Diligent Joe, the Patriarch's personal secretary. I make sure only people who have official business with him get past his door. You, due to the importance of your mission, have Mr. Buchanan's leave to enter as necessary. Of course, that privilege could be revoked at any time, but for now, please go on in.
Hello, Joe.
Ah, Miss Wesson, you have my deepest sympathies on the deaths of your family.
Thank you, Joe.
So normal folks can't see the Patriarch?
It used to be that we held town hall meetings where citizens could bring their grievances before him, but that practice has changed in the last year or so due to security concerns.
Mm-hmm. All right, goodbye.
Good day.
So we can just go see the Patriarch? I didn't really expect us to be allowed in. I mean, what happens if I go this way and get these ammo boxes? I think that's fine. Yeah, nobody seems to care. Well, these are mine now. Thank you. We'll just be taking those away. Cool. This way. These fusion turrets are apparently hostile.
Welcome, Rangers.
I think that's just because they can't not be hostile. There's a single rabbit. Guess we can't
Left, right.
Okay, so that's just a normal rabbit, I think. I was just checking what happens if we try and charm animal. There's a generator under here. How do we even reach that? It says requires mechanics level 0. I'm just going to move so we don't hear that servitor. I don't know why they're twice the volume of everything else. Even before they rebelled against them, the Patriarch's children were not known for their filial piety. That's an interesting Game of Thrones style chair. Nukes and a American flag. Alright. Yeah, I feel like that generator doesn't really exist. I think it's just... I assume the way they've set up turrets is that they have to have a generator or something near them. I don't know. I'm really... Maybe that's something and they just stuck it under the house so you can't disable the turrets. Hello. You're a big guard, aren't you? This actually looks like a much younger version of the Patriarch. Okay. There's also some music here.
Shit! So fancy!
You're cleared for public areas only.
I think that's meant to be like, please don't come and take our stuff. Painting. This painting dates from before the apocalypse. It depicts a city with an unpronounceable name, in a place called Europe. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
The Patriarch likes it quiet in here. So do we.
Can I go? No. Okay. A smaller version of the giant Patriarch statue in the market square. Maybe this was the prototype?
No sudden moves. Understand?
Yeah, can I go this way? Seems okay. This is the trophy gallery. Fur-covered jacket. The oldest monster armor masher jacket. Legend says it belongs to an adolescent werewolf who wreaked terror on a small town. A young Saul Buchanan slew the last wearer and took the jacket as a trophy. Breather tank. Claimed from the body of a breather, 2106. Scar collector from the Battle of Pumpkin Center, 2097. Okay, table.
My family and I were invited to dine with the Patriarch a while ago. Seemed a bit sad at that table, all by his lonesome.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what's this? It's a letter. Adoption records. Melissa Howe. By order of Saul Buchanan, the orphan will be presented as the legitimate heir of Claire Howe. All marshals present during the Godfisher raid are sworn to secrecy. What's that mean? The papers appear to be adoption records for one Melissa Howe. One section stands out. By order of Saul Buchanan, the orphan will be presented as legitimate heir of Claire Howe. Marshals present during the Godfisher raid are sworn to secrecy. You don't recognize the name, but Howe's residence is, or was, in Broadmoor Heights. Okay. An old rubber monster mask. Is that dried out? Is that a dried out head inside? Ooh, okay. Very large shoes. Genuine payaso footwear splattered with genuine payaso blood. Ooh. We'll have that. Whatever it is. Polite parlor pastimes. Pages upon pages of games playable in less than an hour. The games have involving random chance being crossed out. Can we, like... You can't read it, it's just junk. Okay, cool. The front of this vase is clean and shiny. The back is caked with dust. Got a banner. Looks like a war banner of some Forgotten Plains gang defeated long ago. One-eyed mask. Mask of the Cyclops, last warrior of the monster army. Okay. It's not many people who have a, you know, trophy room as part of their house. It's fairly substantial. We're not allowed over here, so let's just head straight in.
Rangers, welcome. How are you settling in?
Everything's going great. Thanks again for all your help.
Not at all. Now, what can I do for you?
I have some questions.
Ask them.
Have you thought about what will happen to Colorado after you're gone?
Why? Are you getting ideas?
Have you considered establishing elections?
Of course, and I will, when the time is right.
Okay. We couldn't help but notice you seem to favor your daughter over your sons.
Can you blame me? If she wasn't as bloody-handed as she is brave, I'd have already passed the throne to her. Unfortunately, she has no interest in governing, only ruling.
Okay. Have you ever considered expanding beyond the borders of Colorado?
The nation as you see it is my life's work. Only fools expand beyond their ability to govern.
Okay, what happened between you and the Dorseys?
Used to be my strongest supporters, until we had an argument about how quickly democracy should be instituted in Colorado. When they lost that argument, they tried to usurp me, and, well, until they attacked the city, I thought I'd wiped out the whole family. Apparently, Nelius led some of them into the wilderness. I should have been more thorough. I assume it was Liberty who put them up to the raid. They were never this clever before.
Okay, let's back up.
Fine.
That took a long time to go through these bits. That's all for now.
Get going, Rangers. You have work to do.
Okay. I'm going to quick save and continue looking around if that's alright. Well, that's fine.
To get lots of visitors.
They sure are pretty.
Well, the old man sure knew how to pick 'em.
But what did we discover? A note? Jacob, you lost the bet, so you make the coffee. Make the coffee.
Hey, you hear about Roz? I know we're on break.
These machines look like they haven't worked in years. Also, it sounded like their conversation kind of got a little broken there. I'm not entirely sure what happened with that. Alright. Yeah, we keep hearing that bloom noise, which makes me think that I'm missing something, but that just might be the save noise. Can I have what's in the box?
Stop!
That'll be a no then. Stop! Okay. Oh, that made the noise again. I want to know what that noise is. There's a note pinned here. Hey Charlie, we all know afternoon turret duty bites, but clean up your mess, thanks. Locker? What have we got? A rib cracker. Okay, no matter how much you clean it, there's always a little bit of scalp and dried blood left in the crevasses. Oh. Okay. And the duty roster terminal. Access restricted. Can I view the current duty roster? East wing on duty. Dining room unassigned. Turret maintenance on duty. Front lobby desk reception unassigned. Okay, step away. Interesting. I guess you can do something with that later, maybe? Continue looking at paintings, I guess. The Buchanans.
That
okay.
was a grim sitting.
Cleo. Alright, well I guess we'll leave. It was a bit odd here. There's some servers there. I'm guessing there is a potential option if you want to like, break into here and kill the Patriarch and things like that, but I don't think we need to worry about that right now. Okay, so now we've had a look here. There's only a little bit left of Broadmoor Heights to look at, right? Before we go and speak to Gideon and he asks us to do half the things we just did. Assuming that his quest is like a, hey, why don't you go explore the area quest? Which is what quite a lot of the first quests and zones tend to be in this. Or like, in these types of games. Oh, we've got some tooltips on our nailer weapon. That's intriguing. Right. Have a look here. So yeah, we need to head down this way. Oh no, get away from that guy. That's horrible. It managed to make the servitors sound just awful.
Oh, look. Tourists.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Melissa, you're too much.
I don't believe we were having a conversation. I'd certainly remember that odor.
Well, does this adoption record look familiar?
How did you get that? I see. You have me at a disadvantage. I knew this day might come, but I didn't think it would be at the hand of strangers. Hand over those documents. In return, I'll use my considerable influence to ensure you are well known and fondly thought of among respectable sorts of people. My people.
We're not extortionists. You can have the records for free. Lucia nods approvingly.
What? Thank you.
She glances around before gingerly taking the documents and slipping them under her clothes.
You really aren't from around here. How refreshing.
So I didn't do anything, that just made Lucia like me more? Who are you?
Oh, we're just talking. Strangers. No need to get any closer.
Weird. Okay, I don't know what we did there. It seems like I probably messed up. As you approach, the servitor twitches and heaves, rising to its full height.
Hello, and welcome to the waters, fabulous, most fabulous, hold on, more fabulous.
It finishes with a burst of static and sparks.
What is your business at the Ward's estate?
We have information about Bellamy Ward.
Processing. insufficient credentials for entry. Please enter that later date and prepare a mater's vacant in the future.
We just want to look around. The servitor slumps forward, going inert, then without warning it rouses itself.
Your presence has not been requested. You may not pass.
Alright, goodbye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Sparks burst from the back of the servitor's head. It appears to be looking past you at an imagined crowd. Interesting. So we haven't really managed to get anything there. Oh yeah, we'll speak to you again.
Nice work fixing that drone, Rangers.
Thanks.
Ever think about staying in Colorado? We'd be glad to have you.
Right, in here, chicken. We shall tame you. Fall in, soldier. You're a ranger now. It does not hesitate. The chicken simply falls into sinuous lockstep, every inch the trained warrior. What's this? It permanently increases kiss ass. Interesting. Anything we can do for the chicken now? Goodbye. Okay, I think it's just gonna follow us. That's fine. Who has Kiss Ass? So Kiss Ass is currently held by you and Marshal Quan. Marshal Quan's the one who's getting it. This is not optimal, but I'm gonna just get him to read the book while I remember that I own the book. There we go. Cool. Read. Cool. Kiss Ass skill has gone up from Marshal Quan. Right. The chicken is following us now. Cool, we've got our own little collection of people. Let's quick save. Hey Gideon. This man looks like he might have been drawn by a mathematician. Precisely cut luxury and manicured good looks.
Ah, you're the Rangers, yes? I'm most pleased to see you. I'm Gideon Reyes.
Uncle Gideon, you heard about my family?
I did, Sabrina, and I'm so sorry. You know you always have a place in my house, for as long as you need.
I know, and I am grateful. But I have a place with these Rangers now. We mean to see justice done for my family.
Is that so, Rangers?
That's right, your niece is a deputized ranger now.
She was always an impressive girl. My sister would be proud of her. Now, I expect you're here about my call. There is a situation in Colorado Springs that requires a delicate touch. But first, you need to know the truth about this city.
You're all cannibals.
Colorado Springs isn't as prosperous as it pretends. We can barely feed our existing population, and now smugglers are bringing refugees into the city every day. If we had enough food to support them, we would welcome them. But we don't. I've asked the Patriarch to chase off these smugglers, but he says the crisis with the Dorseys and his children have left the marshals spread too thin. It seems he'd rather just have Sheriff Daisy keep putting refugees in the pillories, rather than stopping the tide at its source. It's infuriating. And that is why I've called you.
Where are these refugees coming from?
The plains, mostly. After the Patriarch defeated the eastern gangs, people started settling out there, thinking it was safe. Now the gangs have returned, and all the homesteaders are fleeing back to Colorado Springs.
Are you expecting us to do this for the public good?
Not at all. You will be well rewarded, and not just in money. I do a lot of business with the local Arapaho garage, and I can get them to provide you with the mechanics to service your vehicle. They always have the best, and I'll pay for everything.
Nice! We could use some decent mechanics.
They will be more than decent, I assure you. Now, what do you say?
So you see her jumping into the conversation there? That's why I only really want to bring along people who are actually companions, because otherwise you don't get that like little extra bit of dialogue. You just get a random person who just stands there. We'll look into this for you.
Thank you. I'm told the smugglers are operating out of the Bazaar, a trader's market east of Colorado Springs. When you find them, well, do what you can. Convince them to take the refugees elsewhere. Convince them to stop entirely. Arrest them. I just want this problem to go away. Thank you for agreeing to help. You are doing Colorado Springs a great service. Goodbye, and good luck.
Oh, okay. I mean, he sounds like a bit of an asshole, but that's okay. I think we can do what he's asking. The only other thing we need to do is go and get this other robot chicken. So let's go get the cyborg chicken that's on the other place, and then I think that's our main thing that we've got left to do in Colorado Springs, right? I was trying to think. Got anything else in Colorado? No, I guess we could probably actually take our vehicle out and go to the world map, which, just want to point out, is something that I thought about doing maybe 5 hours ago in game. So it's interesting. Yeah, maybe even longer than that. But yeah, we spent a lot of time in Colorado Springs when it wasn't necessarily the most obvious place to go to. I mean, yeah, obviously it's where the main quest was for Garden of the Gods, but we could have gone out to the world map and started exploring there first. We would have got absolutely destroyed, but yeah, it's interesting. Right, let's head up this way, past the two who we bought booze for. And we're going all the way up to here. Yeah. Nobody's going to be standing there anymore, which is interesting. Ah, yeah, there's the bigger version of the statue. We could sell some random stuff, but there's no real reason to. Right. Head this way.
Come on, man.
And we're almost there. I'm fairly certain that that conversation's in the wrong order as well, because it's saying, did you ask your wife about the infidelity? And I'm fairly certain the previous conversation we heard was him saying, you're sleeping with my wife. So I think those are in the wrong order, potentially. I don't know, maybe it resets after a set, like maybe it loops after a certain amount of time, and for some it doesn't really matter. For that one it kind of makes more sense. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, also hearing about the Dorseys trying to implement diplomacy, I wonder whether it was like just a coup that they were trying to pull, or whether it's like the Patriarchs holding power. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure there's going to be shades of grey. That's kind of the thing. So let's head over here to the burning bodies. Yeah, we keep bringing Lucia back to see her dead family members. Really nice. Yeah. And here's your family members. They're still dead, by the way. Right. Cyborg chicken time. Cybernetic bird, follow us. It pecks the ground once, head tilting this way and that before it begins bobbing after you. Nice. Okay, so we have another cyborg chicken. I believe we may have to take it back to Ranger HQ, which is fine because that's where we're going next. Yeah, intriguing. So they just kind of follow us. It's like infinite numbers of followers, in theory. As in, it was like infinite, I mean infinite limited by the number of cyborg chickens. But I wonder how strong they are. Yeah, intriguing. Right, I'll head this way. There's got to be a purpose to them, but I don't know what that purpose actually is. But that's fine. We will, we'll work it out. We just need to wait for it to load in here. And then we'll be ready to go. I think. Is there a quicker way to Ranger Citadel? I don't know. I assume that the map still doesn't give you like a teleport back to base thing, which some RPGs do. Because I think the way that some of the scenes work in this game is that you're meant to trigger as you walk through areas. Yeah. So that's why there's no way to travel between places.
Did you ask your wife?
I kind of miss that from older RPGs, the ability to just travel directly back to your base at any time. It's very useful. By older, I basically can only think of one series that did it, but I liked it in that series. I think it was Knights of the Old Republic had it, which is cool. That seems like a very biased view of what we did with Brygo, but you know, whatever. We made a decision. It seemed like Brygo wasn't necessarily directly the problem, and they were kind of just pinning it all on him. So we'll see. Maybe I made the wrong deal, but I think we're going to come out ahead on that. Also, having somebody who actually likes the Rangers on our side is definitely good. Like, has a longer relationship with the Rangers than, hey, they just turned up at my door one day. We'll see, though. We'll see. And I want to walk over to Robot Chicken area. Cyborg Chicken area. See whether anything's happening from this, or whether this is just another one that we can recruit. So they seem to just run in here and then they're now just around. They're engaged in group calisthenics. Oh yeah, so they're just now here. Interesting. Don't know what's up with that. For a second there I thought there was some loot we hadn't got, but it doesn't appear that that's the case. Alright, well, I think that we're pretty much done until we go out of this place. So what have we got? Unwelcome guest, we gotta go confront the human smugglers. The Zealot is traveling to Denver. Full House, we're gonna complete by doing... We're not gonna quite complete it, are we? So we got Brig Jailer, we have a Med Bay Doctor, we have an Armory. Yeah, so we are gonna complete this by completing Unwelcome Guest. So I'm guessing you're meant to do that one. And then Frontier Justice is hunting down Nellius Dorsey, which is a little bit difficult. And then we also have... interesting that we also have these quests that these guys won, but it hasn't saved their quest in our quest log. I just want to check what's up. Oh, that's lagging quite a lot. Yeah, so we can just say, can you tell us about the Tint's location?
Pay attention this time.
So we got near Denver, one that's further out, and one that's in the Aspen area. Okay, so these are unmarked quests, which is interesting. All right. We'll let that go. I don't know why the game is doing this, like this little freeze thing in between each conversation option. How are you doing? You alright?
Like you care. What do you want?
Okay, I would like to leave this conversation. Oh, I want it out. No.
Like you care. What do you want? The more time you take?
Okay, we're out. Cool. Right. Well, with that, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching, and next time, we're going to head out into the, the big bad world. I'll see you then. Goodbye.